Night shifts are supposed to be quiet, uneventful, a few coffee breaks, maybe a nap if you're lucky. That's what I thought when I took the job as a security guard at Hollowbrook Cemetery. But I was wrong, dead wrong. The first few nights were normal, just me, a flashlight, and the dead beneath my feet. I'd sit in a tiny booth, watching security monitors, listening to the wind howl between the tombstones. Sometimes I'd hear things, whispers, footsteps, but I told myself it was just the wind, just my imagination. I should have ignored it, should have stayed inside. But something in that voice, it wasn't just a prank, it was pleading, desperate. David walks between the tombstones, flashlight flickering. Suddenly, a soft scratching sound echoes from the ground. What the hell? A grave nearby moves. The fresh dirt shifts as if something is trying to get out. A single, pale hand breaks through the soil. David stumbles back, his breath ragged. More graves begin shifting. Low groans echo through the cemetery. He runs back toward his booth, heart pounding, but stops dead in his tracks. A figure stands ahead, a woman in a tattered white dress, face gaunt, eyes hollow and staring. She wasn't supposed to be there. No one was. But the worst part, I recognized her. Emily Parsons. Buried 3 years ago, I was at her funeral. Emily's mouth twitches, then stretches into an unnatural, bone-cracking grin. David, it's so cold underground. David stumbles backward, hands shaking. The cemetery erupts with movement, bodies rising, crawling out from their graves. Some missing limbs, others with rotted skin peeling off like wet paper. He sprints toward the security booth, slamming the door shut. But the monitor's flickered cameras now show the undead standing in every row, staring at him. Then, one by one, they turned their heads toward the booth. They knew where I was, and they were coming. David grabs his gun, hands shaking. The lights flicker. Outside, the dead advance, their movement slow but relentless. A sudden thud shakes the booth, then another. Hands slam against the glass, smearing it with dirt and decay. The radio crackles again. A voice in it menaces through. You belong with us. David screams as the glass shatters, rotting hands reaching for infant blackness. The next morning, the sun rises over Hollowbrook Cemetery. A new guard, Jake, arrives for his shift. He finds the booth door open, the radio still crackling. He calls out, confused, no answer. Then, he sees David's security uniform neatly folded on the chair, but no sign of David himself. They say Hollowbrook Cemetery doesn't need a security guard anymore because David never left. And if you ever visit at night, sometimes you can still hear him screaming. The screen fades to black. A final sound, a whisper, just behind the audience. Help me.